This is difficult for me because
Can you speak up? Because I know your wife is a Charger. I mean, is a 49er fan, and you about to upset her. That's why you're speaking so
no,
low.
no, 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 no. I'm in thought here. No, this is difficult for me because the Detroit Lions are a very good team, and they can run. They have the 49ers have a good run defense, but they struggle. They struggle with pass catching running backs.
Yeah.
They struggle with pass catching running backs.
Yep.
Okay. And they do have one hammer that can catch the football, and then they have a dynamic running back in Jameer Gibbs that can also catch the football in the within the tackles and outside in space. And they struggle with running backs in space. I expect not a 7-point game. I think a 7.5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
I don't expect that to happen. I expect this to be a closer game. I know that Detroit gives up a lot of yardage. I know Detroit struggles with receivers. Okay. But they do have a decent pass rush. They do have a decent run defense. Okay. And what do the 49ers do the most and like to do best is run the football. Key number one is to stop CMC. Plain and simple. He's the most dynamic back, and he took over that game last week to win the game for him. They're not going to let that happen. Detroit is going to do everything in their power to not let that happen. I like the San Francisco 49ers to win this game.
Okay. I was ready to make a bet with you with that lion shirt on, but okay, I'll back out. Q, what you got?
Me, I think the Detroit Lions are the younger version of the San Francisco 49ers. Same exact team, just younger players. Right? When I boil all that down, the only difference to me is the quarterback. So you're going to give me Brock Purdy and you're going to give me Jared Goff? I'm going with the Detroit Lions.
Straight up?
Straight up to win the game, to go to the Super Bowl.
I got 100.
I'm not taking that bet.
That's all I needed to hear, because you don't believe. But
I do believe, but I'm just a nice guy like that.
I love you, Q. I love you, brother. All right.
See, if that was me, I'm listening to this. If that was me,
oh Lord, here we go.
I get all kinds. Oh, you ain't got no heart. You don't believe nothing. You ain't nothing. You don't believe. You just talking to be talking.
Oh,
that's what I would have got.
Oh,
that's what I would have got.
Yeah, you would have got that, Jerry. You sure would have.
Yeah,
because I know you. Tori's challenging you, JT.
Listen, I just think if it really is a NFL script, then it will be Baltimore and the Niners. But if there isn't, I just think Detroit at this moment right now, Detroit is a better team than the Niners. I wouldn't put all my money at stake on Brock Purdy. I don't care what anybody tells me. I don't care. I seen him play against the really, really top 5 teams. Hey, he's not good. I don't care what anybody says. You can't make me change my mind.
Let me tell you something. Okay. Jordan Love should have won that game.
That's what I said. Green Bay should have won that game.
Right, he should have won that game. It's just the because they exploited the 49ers weaknesses.
Yes.
Big time. Big time.
They did.
Big time. And it's the first time Brock Purdy had to come back. The first time he had to come back. They scored 10 points. 10 points to win that game in the fourth quarter. Otherwise, they quite naturally we know what the outcome would have been. So
well, the defense stepped up. Greenlaw in particular, 2 interceptions and made that happen. But JT, the question Tori has for you is: are y'all gonna make a prop bet on the receiving yards for the Lions?
You should know that answer already.
Okay, you let him know.
Hey,
think
I
know,
don't.
but let him know.
I'm not a big betting person. Okay, it's got to. It's. I really got to be moved. I really got to be moved.
In other words, he needs to be
Let me put
antagonized.
it this way. I'll say this. Throughout the whole football season, everybody was making bets. These two were making bets left and right. I only told Victor about one teaser ticket that I wanted to play throughout the whole season.
That's true.
And it came through. So I pick my spots. I don't bet on I have to have a certain feeling. And I didn't have the certain feeling all year except for that one time, and it came through. So I'm not a bettor. So I'm sorry.
Okay.
No bet.
Okay. All right. Well, if Q is right, that's one half the equation of the first game of the season. Let's go over to Baltimore, Kansas City. Now, before anybody, I'm not saying you guys can do this, but before anybody says, well, Kansas City's going back to Super Bowl, Kansas City's this, that, and the third, I want you to understand something. Kansas City had to come back on a depleted Buffalo Bills defense. They needed a missed field goal, wide right, again, to win that game. Kansas City is not, I repeat, is not that good. People want to talk about how Travis Kelce broke his funk by getting 2 touchdowns. Yeah, against a banged up and they did a very good job for what they had. Buffalo Bills secondary and defense. Lamar Jackson ain't having it. That running game ain't having it. That defense definitely is not having it. I understand Kansas City has, the poster boy of the NFL and Pat Mahomes. I get it. But 6 years ago, Lamar Jackson made a promise to the world when Deion Sanders, was interviewing him after after he got drafted. He said he's going to bring Baltimore a championship. And I promise you, no matter what Jerry wants to go back and forth with me about Todd Monken and the offensive coordinator thing, this offense, this Georgia college offense works for him. And it works for them. I honestly don't think Kansas City is going to be close in this game. I think, because if you go back to the regular season, and I know it's just revisionist history, when Baltimore had to go to San Francisco and they were like a 4-point underdog because San Fran was just that much better. San Fran got the doors blown off of them. And I believe Lamar wants to prove that point again versus Kansas City. Yeah, this guy's been to the championship, 5 out of the last 6 or 5 out of the last whatever.
5 out of 5.
No, he hasn't been to the championship 5 years in a row.
Yes, this is 6 years in a row.
Yes,
this is 6 years. Yes.
Yes.
This is his 6th year in a row, bro.
It's not. Cincinnati went. Remember? Cincinnati went versus the Rams. So it's
but he lost in the championship game.
Well, I'm talking about going to the Super Bowl.
We're talking about championship game.
I know. Listen what I'm saying. He wants to stop that this guy is unbeatable. This guy is going to go back to back to back or whatever. It's not going to happen. I believe Baltimore as a team, not just Lamar, because we know what happens when people talk bad about Lamar. I think they win by 10. I got Baltimore by 10. I'm going to let JT go, and then I'll go to Q. And Chris says KC Baltimore best game of the weekend. Go ahead.
Okay. Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson has played 4 games against each other. Pat Mahomes has won 3 of those 4 games. Lamar Jackson has never been to the AFC Championship.
Here we go.
Okay? He's never been to the AFC Championship. Lamar Jackson record in the playoffs is 2-3. Okay? 2-3. I'm not lying, people. This is the truth. This is actually stats that I'm looking at, and I knew them last week, and I'll say them again this week. Pat Mahomes, in order to beat the king, in order to be the king, you got to beat the king. Okay? If he beats him, then I'll succeed that he is not the king, but he's taking a step. He'll be 500 in his playoff appearances. 500. Okay? That's 500 for most people, except for baseball, is mediocre. It's just 500. Okay? I like the Kansas City Chiefs in this. Like I said, in order to beat be the king, you got to beat the king. Right now, who's on it? It's not Derrick Henry. We're talking about Pat Mahomes. And Pat Mahomes is not over the hill. And he's been pulling his team to another Super Bowl with everybody jumping on the Lamar train. I'm not. I haven't been, and I'm still not. Kansas City Chiefs. I like the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. It's definitely going to be close. I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Okay.
1 and 2. Number 1 defense in Baltimore. Number 2 defense in Kansas City. That's going to be. It should be epic. That's the KC Baltimore best game of this weekend. I truly believe that.
Okay. Q, talk to me.
Jerry, you know what happened to you last week, bro.
Okay.
You pretty much gave the same rant, the same spill on Houston against Baltimore last year.
That was a rookie quarterback.
I mean, okay. So all the times that Lamar has played Pat Mahomes, it's not this team. It's not this team. It's not this defense. It's not in Baltimore. Bro, this is gonna be an ass whooping. Give me Baltimore all day. Okay. At least 10 points.
Let me put it this way.
Put it that way.
Please, you guys stay off the chat if Kansas City wins this game. Please stay off the chat if Kansas City wins this game.
Jerry,
you need to stay off the chat.
Yeah, because what's gonna happen is no. What's gonna happen is if Baltimore win, Jerry's gonna stay off anyway. Because he's gonna be like, well, all right.
Yeah. Hey,
you know what he's gonna say? You know what he was gonna say? So I was wrong. So what?
Yeah, that's exactly what he's gonna do. Exactly.
Okay. So wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. What are you? Shoot me if I'm wrong. Well, I mean,
exactly. So you're speaking with all that conviction right now. You should speak it after too.
I do.
No, you just say.
No, you don't.
We can't all be perfect.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
You're right.
Oh my God.
Right.
Okay, look. All I'm gonna say is this, JT.
Hey, I'm just giving my opinion. My opinion.
Please.
I'm telling you, my
$50 on it. Put $50 on it.
No,
please.
I'm not a
please.
I'm not a betting man. I'm not a betting person.
And when Baltimore wins, just know I'm coming for your neck in the chat.
Okay. I'm telling you this right now. The winner of this game is gonna win the Super Bowl.
I do believe that, Q. The winner of this game is going to win a Super Bowl. I do believe that. I think this is the AFC Super Bowl to win. I do believe that.
And if we're going to go with conspiracy theorists, which one of the things is the last 3 Super Bowls, they had the colors of the teams that participated in the logo. Now they say that they do this the year prior, right? So it was Cincinnati's orange and the Rams gold,
Yeah, yellow.
yellow. It was Eagles green, Kansas City's red, and this year it's purple and red. Only one team wearing purple. I'm just saying. That's what the conspiracy theorists say. And if it is scripted, then there you go. But
If you want to dig deeper into that, that same conspiracy right there, if you look at all those colors, if you look at the teams that won the Super Bowl, they have little color in that whole image. The ones with the most color, they lost the Super Bowl. If you go look at them,
so that means San Fran. They got San Fran.
that means San Francisco. They had San Francisco winning the game. If you go based on that theory,
wow, interesting.
look at it. Look at it. For the Rams game, it was only a little bit of yellow. Rams won. For the Eagles game, it was mostly green. Kansas City won. For this one, it's mostly purple. So whatever.
We'll see.
I mean, if we're saying conspiracy.
If we're saying conspiracy theories. All right, Q. Do you have any teasers for us?
I do. I love my 4-team teaser because there's only 4 games.
Okay.
4 teams.
Hold up. We gotta get a commercial in. Let's get a commercial in, and then we'll do your teasers in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, hero. Don't be a zero. You get a 15% off military discount at 624coffeecompany.com. For more info, visit the website. Verify status. Stop drinking dirty water, people. You deserve great coffee. Great coffee for great people. That's 624coffeecompany.com.
Perfect. All right. With that being the case, it's time. It's time to give the man and the people what they want. A 14 teaser. Time for a daydream. All right, Q. Here you go. It's all yours.
We're going to keep this simple and sweet. We're going to take the Lions plus 14.5 and the over 44.5 on that game.
Okay.
And for the Baltimore game, we're going to take Baltimore plus 2.5 and under 51.5.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
That's it. Short and sweet.
I like that. Repeat that for the people again, please.
We got the Lions plus 14.5 and the over 44.5 on that game. And for the Baltimore game, we have Baltimore plus 2.5 and under 51.5. That's Q's teasers for this week.
That's right. 4 in the hole. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got today. That's it. JTAT and Money, talk to me. What's going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow, well, quite naturally, I'm going to expand on your coaching hire. Now, we do know that we have more coaches in place than we had last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to talk about those coaches in place, fantasy-wise, how it's going to affect the fantasy landscape going into 2024. 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, people. Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, and Facebook. That's YouTube, Facebook, and X, formerly Twitter. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The For Norwegian Fantasy Football. You see it in my background. That's what you're going to hear.
All right. With that being the case, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I appreciate the love.
We're keeping you up.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Hey, when do you go, man?
As far as the process?
As far as the information you sent me this past week.
You talking about the board?
Yeah.
Well, one started, and the other one will probably start in February. So we'll see.
Okay. All right.
We shall see. But with that being the case, Q, I'm gonna send you something in a few minutes. Hopefully we can get something done. But if not, it is what it is. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I appreciate you. I love you. And thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. We are here. We do our best to make you happy and have fun. We out.
Nice talk.
You wanna talk smack? You in the right place. So take a step back before I get all up in your
Remember, because I don't remember. I remember every bit of this.
The other dudes holding on the phone line. Your voice will be heard, sir.
Next caller, please.
Oh!
Eric's gonna get him.
Fantasy, sports, and politics. Fantasy, sports, and politics. Fantasy, sports, and politics. Fantasy, sports, and politics.
Listeners are asking questions.